ja, hey, ja, so gehen wir vorwärts. So gehen wir vorwärts, ja, hey, ja, we are going, we are going, we are going so fast forward, Yahweh. Faster forward, faster forward, faster forward, faster forward, we are going much faster forward, Yahweh, we are going so much faster forward, so much faster forward, mit meinem WSL, all das wird abgeladen, aufgeladen. Towards dash away from. Dash. Right, let's do this here. Go to Tools, Preferences, Substitutions. Oh, nice. Dash with dash. Yeah, okay. Yeah, alright, cool. Internal dash external. Possibility dash necessity. Matcher dash mismatcher. Matcher self dash others dash details. Process dash outcomes. Convincer strategy. Generalities dash specificities. Convenience dash cost. Past dash future. I immediately perceive my client's wound and conditioning. I immediately perceive what I like and respect about my client. I immediately perceive my client's wounds, conditioning that comes out of this wound and the associated thought, feeling and behavior patterns that come with it. And relax and breathe and breathe and breathe and breathe. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Life learning dash. life learning, learning, I realized that in order to do things properly and thoroughly, many iterations are necessary, and a lot of energy is necessary, and so I was getting stuck in trying to do it right for the first time and did not do enough iterations or repetitions. My life learnings, it's fine. Is this downloading now? Yeah. Hey, oh no, yeah, hey, oh, hey. I immediately perceive know what to do with inner patterns and behaviors as defense mechanisms that pierce love. Needing to study but not wanting to feel rejection. Wanting love but not being able to look the wife in the eye. Wanting connection but not giving it. Greg and Dana. I immediately perceive my client's inner conflicts and energetic blockages. I immediately perceive blockages and feeling bad about needing to do certain behaviors, not wanting to do those but feeling compelled and believing one needs them. I specialize and immediately recognize the adjacent, adjunct thought patterns and behavior patterns, as well as associations that come from painful, significant emotional events, to which the software of believing what we need to value to gain pain or pleasure. This is where the power of my intervention is. My signature techniques are, and I only need to pull in Tony Robbins' core techniques and then practice my own techniques in rewriting the interventions that I have already seen. I utilize identity for massive psychological leverage. I utilize ideal identity for massive psychological leverage. I am a master of utilizing the negative identity for massive psychological leverage. I'm a master of showing and telling the sacred medicine of life. Identity. Delineating identity from the pattern. Mirror laws and principles. Ancestral motivators and motivations. Especially for significance. Reinforcing new behavior. Utilizing the effective psychological triggers. Taking away blame. Justifying failures, confirming suspicions, clarifying positive intent, talking to doubts, delineating the identity from the pattern, mirror laws and principles. The medicine of life - everything goes towards healing. Accurate psychological triggers. Wounds - thoughts, behaviors and feeling patterns, cold read. Alex Hormozi painting scenarios of pain and pleasure. 14. Sleight of mouth patterns. Specialization, blueprint, model of the world interventions. Specialization, inner patterns like needing to study but not doing it because of fear. Parts - what needs to be retrieved. Turnarounds. Intent - consequence. Hypnotic induction. Really selling the person on the change, using my client's vocabulary and metaphors to change. Utilizing effective psychological triggers. Blame, justifying behaviors. You had to be with a father like that and a brother like that. Encourage dreams, his deepest fears and stirring them up. Utilizing values, even though, except. March 26th. Leverage, finding the tipping point where change becomes a must for the person and not a should. Bringing forward the future. Changing directions of thoughts, spatial language. But you forgot where the power was. If you remembered accurately where the power was, you could use it, and it's the only power that will ever change your daughter, period. It's the only power that will attract you, the kind of man you could trust. I immediately find the wound and the pain point of my client. I immediately perceive my client's top 2 human needs to provide massive psychological leverage. I am utilizing his values towards and away from value for massive psychological leverage to change. I am utilizing my client's global beliefs about what life is about, what death is about, and what relationships are about for massive psychological leverage, and to identify inner conflicts in my client. For the intervention with Lisa, I am immediately perceiving from the cues that her masculine energy in the same way as for feminine energy is men, it is due to the blueprint, model of the world for my client. There were certain rules of how you should be and how you must not be that you took on in order to get the love from the parental source that was most scarce. With this, or both parents, there were certain wounds experienced, These wounds lead Today I am focusing on techniques, my own techniques and Tony Robbins techniques, Yes, today is the grand opening ceremony of Technique Day. The techniques that Tony Robbins uses most often are, utilizing the client's identity for massive psychological leverage. Reinforcing the identity with getting what he wants most out of life. Linking the desired behavior to the identity that is being reinforced. Breaking identification with the pattern, delineating it from the identity. Linking pain to the pattern that is working on changing. Alan, punishing yourself is doing greater harm than the act you've committed. He uses storytelling and makes it relevant to themes that he picked up during the conversation. Yes, I am giving analogies and stories that are infused with my client's vocabulary, meaningful representation and symbols. My client's vocabulary, meaningful representations and symbols. I immediately perceive my client's wounds and the associated thought, feeling and behavior patterns that come with it that I am utilizing to paint pictures in the Alex Hormozi style of pain and pleasure. I utilize my client's wounds. Lisa. Criticism and needing to be different than she is. Prema. Criticism, expectations, needing to be different than she is. Vanessa. Abuse, violence between parents. Alan. Certainty, pleasing, maybe emotional unpredictability. I am utilizing the cold reading from these wounds and the associated thought, feeling and behavior patterns that come with it in order to build trust and rapport, build respect and create an opening. Cold read to find the real cause of the issue. Understand my client's life circumstances. understanding his model of the world as well as his day-to-day life circumstances and reality. I immediately perceive my client's wounds and the associated thought, feeling and behavior patterns associated with it. Tony - pleaser, over responsibility, parentification. Conditioning, trying to be responsible all the time for everything. Shalini, needing to make parents proud because they have told her all the time how much they have done for her. What are the most important psychological wounds that project into the blueprint? Violence - Vanessa. Sexual abuse - significance - girl that did the intervention with Alan. Criticism - Prema. Verbal abuse - criticism - Vanessa. Parentification - Tony, Jazz - anger - responsibility, neglecting own needs in order to fulfill the responsibilities. Enmeshment. Scott - hard to break ties - hard to set own boundaries. I am using the associated thought, feeling, and behavior patterns. Adjacent thoughts, legs of the table of belief. Even though, helping clients overcome - seeing and perceiving the whole cluster of adjunct beliefs and associations. Adjunct. Beliefs is a feeling of certainty about what something means. In order to create change, I change the whole web, the net, the system. Of funnels, of adjunct or adjacent beliefs that they up this one belief, provide evidence for it and prevent it from being knocked down. When I let go of this belief, then, but this is not true, 14 sleight of mouth patterns. Yes, I am a master of changing my clients' beliefs, I incorporate the Mochari method as executive coaching. I help my clients resolve energetic blockages and inner conflicts. I provide and write a database for my coaching as well as for my seminars. This is totally free without even a sign up, moving the free line, without even exchange for the email address, then I will have a free chatbot on my website that helps the client answer his questions, and a tool with requested login. Yes, I am driving all of Tony Robbins' techniques deep into my nervous system for today's Technique Day. He is utilizing the following techniques, delineating identity from the true essence of the person, reinforcing the desired behavior patterns and the new identity with top 2 human needs dash both gain and loss, both never and forever, both more and less, values, towards and away from, gain and loss, more and less, always, never. I reinforce the new behavior based on the inverse of his deepest fear and the inverse of the limiting thoughts based on the client's wounds. Yes, I am a master of the 7 master steps of lasting change. Yes, I give analogies based on the language of what my client told me. I pick up on symbols and areas of interest like programming for work so that I can link the analogies with the wounds of my clients directly and relate it to the life circumstance that is most important to my client. I utilize the area of life that feels as a vehicle to meet his needs and show and tell the real life scenarios with real life thought patterns and behavior patterns associated with it. I am a master of changing my clients' beliefs. Beliefs are always going to come up in the intervention I am doing. I identify the net, the web of beliefs, the legs underneath the table of belief, and the intent of the belief. What pain he wanted to protect himself from, and what pleasure it may meant to bring to him. I immediately perceive the consequence of the belief I am utilizing this consequence for massive psychological leverage to get him to change the most painful patterns, taking away from his needs, interfering with his values and making him do things he doesn't want to do but feels compelled or the compulsion to do those things. Yes, I have perfect clarity. Yes, I am doing interventions like Anthony Robbins. I understand and appreciate my client's world and model of the world. I understand the punishment and reward system from Jen and Paul. I find massive psychological leverage. I ingrain deeply all the techniques of Tony Robbins into my nervous system. I am identifying the one most challenging pattern, limiting getting his needs met. I am changing beliefs as part of step 4. I am taking away the adjacent and adjunct beliefs that are holding up the belief that underlies the most challenging pattern that is taking away from my client's needs, interfering with how he wants to feel and how he wants to act. I immediately perceive what I love and respect about my client, and I acknowledge that. I utilize specific reinforcement based on my client's deepest wound in order to get him to change. For Jen, the acknowledgement and reinforcement of her father's love.